Kitty Edwards with Danica Aquatics. How y'all doing, fish people? Anyway, I'm coming live from my living room right now. Guess it'll be video to you, but I had screwed up the format on the last video, so I wanted to reshoot this bad boy for you guys. I do apologize. Like I said, I'm all new to this, but I'm getting her down as we go. So this would be our 135 Duel 135 setup in our living room. We have two 135 tanks side by side built right into the wall. We service them from the back in the garage area. This particular tank here, I have a lot of them in Buna type species in here, as well as a couple of Tankanikans. I believe I actually have a couple of Victorians in here as well. Very enjoyable tank. As you can see, it's quite busy. Got this African lace cat. He is something else. And Synodonus, I forget the sub name, but cool cat. A few different types of peacocks. I have my reserve albino dragon bloods in here that are my backups for when my male decides to kick the bucket. And I've got a couple of females in here too. But I've absolutely loved this tank. We've had this one up for about 2 months now, and we're enjoying it. We had the other 135 set up first for about a year now, and we finally got around to getting this one up. If anybody works for a living, you probably understand sometimes it takes some time to get things up and operational. Some of these guys are wanting to, looks like they're starting to flare up like they're wanting to breed. So I'm probably going to keep an eye on this guy right here. Pretty sure it's a Cayuga Flameback. I did get this from a person from our fish club. And I haven't determined what he is yet, but he is definitely flaring. We have Cayuga Flamebacks, but he doesn't quite look the same, so I think he might be another species from Lake Victoria, and I got to look him up. Pretty cool fish, though. If Steve from from the Wet Spot here in town is watching this, I'm sure I'll see him this afternoon. He'll be able to tell me what the heck this guy is. But as I said on an earlier video, my wife and I are members of the Greater Portland Aquarium Society. We do have our meeting this afternoon. If you are in the Portland area or even the Seattle, Eugene area, and want to come up to our meeting, it's the second Sunday of every month. And it is at the Moose Lodge in Gresham. I guess it's on Gresham/Portland area. I believe it's on Halsey. But if you look up Moose Lodge out Gresham area, you'll be able to get the address. Sorry, I don't have that in front of me. But like I said, we have our meeting once a month on the second Sunday of every month at 3 p.m. You can look us up on Facebook as well. Again, that's Greater Portland Aquarium Society. We always have a great meeting. It usually starts with an awesome keynote speaker. And then we also have an auction that is followed. And typically we do have some very good auctions. Pick up a lot of fish and plants and extra tanks, tank supplies. We have a little bit of everything. But like I said, my wife and I, we've had a few of our friends that say we want to see your fish, blah, blah, blah. So we decided to start Danica Aquatics, start a YouTube channel where our friends mostly can see what we got going on. And I decided to make it public because I do see a lot of people like to look at other people's tanks. So that was our motivation behind this. Now I've kind of homed into the second 135. This is where all of our big brutes hang out. It's a very large eye biter. And this one here is a Star Sapphire. He is real cool fish. Then we got some large Venustus in here. I got a breeding colony of lemon yellows. Some people call them electric yellows. I've also got a breeding pair of obliquians in here. Obliquians have been, you don't see a lot of them out here anymore. I like to keep them knowing that they are very endangered in the wild due to the Nile perch. In their native waters, they have been almost put to the brink of extinction because of illegal planting of the Nile perch. So people, I can't stress the importance, if you have aquarium fish that you don't like, don't throw them in your local rivers or don't put them in lakes and whatnot where they don't belong. They can create havoc on the ecosystems in that area. Take them to your local pet store, put them on Craigslist, put them on Facebook. Somebody will be, there's always somebody like me. We got lots of tanks laying around and be more than glad to take them off your hands versus you throwing them back in the ecosystem that they don't belong. Anyway, I'm not here to rant. This is a very large borley eye. I love this fish. My friend Ethan, like I said, I did pick up a few Africans from him last weekend. A few of them ended up in this tank, and then I have a few of them in the grow-out tank I was just showing you. Now, I did want to spotlight on this bleaker eye again. Starry night cichlid, some say. Like I said, these fish are absolutely gorgeous. Beautiful coloring. Well, in the last video, of course, that didn't format right. He was behaving, let me get a good shot of him. This one he's not behaving as well, but that's okay. This won't be the only time I'll film this. I'm sure I'll do species spotlights and whatnot for you all eventually. Like I said, I do apologize for the last video. I didn't realize I had done it until I was watching it on my TV, and I was like, oh my goodness. But like I said, we plan to do these. I do plan to do at least one video a week. I plan to do more throughout this week to get it going. And then eventually I will do a live stream on Sundays. Most likely it'll be 4 o'clock Pacific time. So if you're in the Midwest, it'll be starting at 6, and on the East Coast it'll be starting at 7. And for the folks all over the world, sorry I'm not real up on where y'all's time zones fall, but I'm sure as we progress, people will get it figured out. Like I said, my wife and I have been doing this now for 30 years. We did take about a 10-year break. We had some issues that happened that, messed us up pretty good. Lost electricity for extended time and had to rush a lot of my fish into different pet stores and whatnot and give them away because we were afraid we were going to lose them. So it kind of took a little fire out of us for a while. We got back into it about a year ago, and unfortunately we're already up to about 25 tanks. I shouldn't say unfortunately, we love them, but it took us a while to get back up and going, and now we're moving away. I'm more into Africans. As you can see, my wife does a broad range of different species. She likes the planted tanks. So as we move along here, I will show you and spotlight each tank. But by far, this is my favorite. Doubt my wife, it's hers, but she does enjoy this one. I do catch her gandering at this tank occasionally. But as you will be able to see in the near future, as I take more videos, why she likes her tanks. She has some gorgeous tanks that she's done a great job on. But like I said, I do apologize, folks. I did not realize how bad that video was till I posted it. So I wanted to get you a video that's actually not a nuisance to watch here. And like I said, if you please would, like and subscribe to my channel. And by all means, if you have anything you'd like to see me do, I'm here for the folks. And I just want to spread the knowledge I have, and what we can do to help you with your aquarium is what we're all about here. Like I said, this is Kenny Edwards with Danica Aquatics. Anyway, I'll take you to the end of this here tank, And I'm probably going to have to get off here because I got to get to the meeting. Like I said, folks, just starting this out, so I'm learning as we go. Is there anything I could be doing better? Let me know. And like I said, I'm no expert at this YouTube stuff. But one thing I promise you, all you're ever going to get on mine is mostly just looking at fish tanks, guys. So I don't know about you. When I started watching these YouTube channels, that's what I'm all about. I just want to see the fish, man. Anyway, you all have a great Sunday. This is Kenny E. checking out Danica Aquatics.